feet are feeling a bit rough right now. Like, man, the trails beat your feet up.
Feet are just in so much pain.
My feet hurt. That just seems to be a never-ending story for me.
The shoes are great. It's just my bunions are killing me again.
This has been a while. I've had a bit of a stint with posting anything. I've been in a bit of a dark place, and I'm not gonna candy coat it, but I've had to cancel all my ultras for 2025. As you saw in the intro there, it has come down to my feet being chronically in pain. You're probably wondering, why am I out on the trail right now with my feet? I'm just at a point where I just want to get out in the trail still, but nothing too long. So what happens is, about 20 to 30K into my runs, behind my big toe where my bunions are, they become extremely painful. I don't know if it's a nerve or there's like little fluid sacs there that are filled. Can't remember the name of them. And it could be maybe the bone is just, I don't know, sticking out. It sounds kind of gruesome, but no, this is with bunions. If you rub them, they become irritated or inflamed. So I'm trying to minimize how much impact I cause them. So about 3 or 4 weeks ago, went out for a long run, and it's been a couple runs that I've felt some discomfort, but this particular run was a 50K day. And for Black Canadian 100K, I wore my Saucony edges and I had zero issues. So I was like, okay, I have found a fix. Wore my shoes, 30K in, excruciating pain. And so I had to take a step back. I said, you know what, enough is enough. Let's get down, let's figure out this underlying issue. I've got custom orthotics, I've seen a naturopath, I've seen a massage therapist, a chiropractor, acupuncture, and now I feel like I have to go to my last resort, which is seeing the doctor and getting some scans done. So that's gonna be my next step, is getting some scans done. So just back to my point that I've had this pain. I've been kind of arrogant, or my ego has gotten the best of me. And the point that I'm trying to make here is that my level of fitness, or the fact that I train so much, has become a part of my identity. And because I live so hard into this personality or persona, that it was really hard for me to say I quit at something, I give up on something. It's not often that I DNF or give up. I'll talk about it, but not to the point where I actually do it. And I just come to the realization that, you know what, at the end of the day, I do this for me. I don't do this for anybody else. And I have to think about my health first and check my arrogance, check my ego. Because the reason why I got into being fit had nothing to do with aesthetics. It was all around my mental health. And what's happening is that because my ego has gotten the best of me, that I am not taking care of my mental health and I'm not checking it. So this is me taking care of my mental health and taking it serious and making fitness once again about longevity and not about overextending my limits. Like, yes, we need to push our limits and, challenge yourself, but there's I feel like a couple ways of doing it. One way is challenging yourself in a way that it's like, okay, muscle fatigue, you're exhausted, you're tired, you're out of fuel. Sure, why not? You could push that. And then the other one that is the negative way is when you legitimately have an injury and you just think it's just going to go away as you continue to push through, you're kind of lying to yourself. You're doing more harm than good. And I was going down the wrong path. I started to do more harm than good. So if there's any advice I could give you, if you have an injury, take the time to take a break and figure out what it is, what's causing it, and rebuild your body, rebuild your system, rebuild your mind, because it takes longer to heal an injury. And with that being said, it also takes a toll on your mental health, meaning that if you're not working out, you're not training, then you don't really have an outlet that you use to keep yourself aligned, I guess you could say. I think I'm going the way. Yeah. So, yes, I'm going the wrong way. And so, at the end of the day, I got into training for my mental health. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but I grew up with ADHD. I still have it. I still deal with it. It is a challenge every single day. But I was on Ritalin from grade 1 to grade 10. And I got off of Ritalin by myself, just out of my free will to take on the challenge of being in control of what I know I can be in control of if I put my mind to it. And I found an outlet in training. I did do team sports. They were fun and all, but I was a bench warmer. And I found a lot of love in single sports. So got into the gym and started just lifting. And I found a lot of satisfaction in that. Found a lot of satisfaction in running. Found a lot of satisfaction in adventure and exploring and pushing my limits. And it was a lot of fun. So I want to keep riding that wave. I want to come back to finding peace and strength in my body, and not let my ego get the best of me and get myself into more pain, more injury. So what are my plans moving forward now is I'm gonna get into high rocks. I'm gonna run short distances for now, and I'm going to just try to rebuild my foundation, and hopefully that will get me back and moving and grooving for some ultras again in the future. It's not the end of the road for me. I'm not completely throwing in the towel, but I just got to take a step back. And if you're somebody that's in my position, just tell yourself you're going to be okay. Your fitness or goals or the sport that you're in doesn't define yours, and that it is important. Sorry if you guys can hear the cars in the back here. I'm just by a road, but your fitness doesn't define you, and that it's okay that you take a step back sometimes and just find a way to realign yourself, because that's what being healthy is all about, is finding balance and doing things in a way that are only going to uplift you, bring joy, and that energy that you're experiencing is only going to ripple on to other people. And the energy that I was experiencing every time I would train with my friends was not the healthiest. I was quiet, I was uncomfortable, and I just felt like I couldn't enjoy the conversations like I wanted to, because I was trying to push through this pain. I was trying to numb it out just so I could just keep up with the boys. But I was doing a lot more harm than good. So I just want to be a role model to those of you that may be in my shoes. Hopefully you're not literally in my shoes, because the toes still hurt. But if you're ever in this position, just know you're not alone, and it's okay. You'll be back in no time. So, high rocks, here I come.